If I can't be with you, I'd rather be by myself. But no, I can't lie, I don't want anybody else. Those happy days that we once knew, so long ago, they still make me blue. I want you right now. If I could show you somehow how much you mean to me. If you could only see. Baby, you know I don't want anybody else. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. All that I want is to have you all to myself. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. The way I do. Yeah. The way I do. Yeah. I lose myself when I think about you. I search within and I want you to find me. I want you right now. If I could show you somehow how much you mean to me. If you could only see. Baby, you know I don't want anybody else. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. All that I want is to have you all to myself. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. Baby, you know I don't want anybody else. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. All that I want is to have you all to myself. No one but you. You make me feel the way I do. The way I do. Yeah. The way I do.
Okay, this is really cute. At least I think it's really cute. Life is like a camera. Focus on the important things, capture the good times, develop from the negative, and if things don't turn out, take another shot. I think that's cute. And think of your yoga that way. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You're doing it your way. The bottom of the screen says, do it your way. Do what's right for you. Do what's right for your body. Just move. That's all I ask. Just move and don't hurt. That's the best advice. It's a 1 hour long practice. We practice every single day and every day is different. Check us out. Today's practice you can do. You can do all of our practices because the key, number one, hardest thing to do is to just show up. And you're here. You've already aced that. You can do it. We'll modify anything and everything to make it work for you so you feel good. This is our Strong Foundations practice where we do strength and balancing, and that's really important as we age and just for everybody and all that you do. It's quick pace. Let's go. Come on up to standing. As you come on up to standing, lock in that stress number in your mind. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What are you feeling? What aches? Today it's my left knee that's bothering me, so I'm going to kind of baby it a little bit. Take care of yourself. Every day is different. We've all got aches and pains. We're all alike in that regard. So don't sweat it. Just honor your body and do what's right. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. You've locked in your stress number. Just move. Let's warm up. All right, feet a little bit spread, a little wider than hip width distance, hands to your hips, shoulders back and down, chest is big, and you are filling up some space. Think of how Superman stands. Take a pose of confidence. Take a big breath in through your nose, and a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. And as you let it go, feel your shoulders go down. Let's start to work on our foundation, our feet. Pop on up onto the balls of your feet and then down onto your heels. Have a chair nearby. You could do a lot of these poses seated in a chair. You could be seated in a chair, just working your feet here. You could have the chair nearby for stability. It's all good. Make it work. Don't worry about how it looks. Worry about what you're feeling. Well, don't worry about how you're feeling. Enjoy how you're feeling. You want to feel the stretch in your feet, in your calves. You could be doing this, like I said, seated in a chair. Just move. That's the ticket. All right, a word to think about today is curious. All right, so there you go. Curious. Curious means eager to learn. Eager anticipation, excited. Be excited and feel fresh. Sometimes it's hard to feel fresh. Things feel old and stale sometimes. Think of something that's fun. Think of something that's fun that you enjoy doing. And each time you approach that, you approach it fresh, right? I mean, that's what makes it fun. When it becomes stale and stagnant, it's no fun anymore. So as you come up onto your feet, just lift on up, rise on up, and hold a little bit. Stay strong. Try something a little different. Hold on here. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Can you hold it? It's all right if you're holding onto a chair. Hold it. Hold it. Something a little different. Shake it up. What's different for you? Maybe rocking back onto your heels. Let's try that. Rocking back onto your heels and keeping your toes lifted and giving them a wiggle. Maybe that's just a little tweak that's different here. Just try it. All right, plant your feet. Ooh, feeling it already. Bring your feet in a little bit more. Lift your arms on up. Think of that extended mountain pose. Enjoy the getting here. Lift and reach. Reach through your fingers. Take a big breath in. And a big shoulder softening breath out. Interlace your fingers, palms to the sky. Just slowly move from side to side like a swaying palm tree. Chin is away from your chest. You're stretching here, letting it feel good. Feel. Think about how it feels in your armpit. Think between the ribs. How does it feel? Think of lengthening up more so than, crushing onto this side. Lift, open up through the side body. Chin away from the chest, maybe sway to the other side. Hold it for a second just so you can feel the goodness here. Breathe. And I'm going to go back to swaying just a little bit more. Remember, I can't say enough. Modify. Make it work for you. What feels good? Maybe today you've just got one arm lifted, your hand is on the hip, but you're getting that sideways movement going. That's what you want to feel. Maybe there's a bend in your elbow. All right, let's finish up in our palm tree-like pose. Bring your hands on down to your low back. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. And again here, think of the chest lifting up, up, up to the sky. Nice and open in the chest. Little baby back bend. When you're ready to exhale, fold forward. Fold forward. Let the arms hang toward the earth. Put a little bend in your knees. Nothing wrong with that. And if you're seated in a chair, just fold in half, bringing your chest closer to your thighs. Let your neck be loose. Don't hold on. Real easy to hold on and be looking, 10 or 12 inches in front of your feet. Let the neck go. Send your gaze back to your toes, to your ankles, to your knees, up towards your belly button. Shake your head. Loosen up in the neck. Slow the movements down. Rise on up. One vertebra stacks on top of the other as you come on back up to a standing position. Tee out your arms and do little arm circles. Draw circles like on the sides of your wall toward the back. Add in your knees. Put a little bend in your knees and come on up. Bend in the knees, come on up. Maybe the circles get bigger. Maybe you take the circles in your knees and kind of choreograph them. So when the fingers come down, the knees are bent, arms go up, knees are straight. Just awaken your knees. You don't bend far. You don't have to do giant circles. Take your circles in the other direction. Wake up your shoulders. And if it doesn't feel right, smaller circles. Maybe a smaller little dance bend in the knees. All right, let's come on up to standing. It's your way. You do it your way. Just move, just try. A little motion's better than no motion at all. All right, your big coat swing. Arms down by your sides. Feet are stable. Twist to one side, then the other. Look over your shoulder. Let your arms be loose. That's kind of the ticket here. Arms are loose, and they're just tapping your hip, tapping your backside. Look over your shoulder. Maybe today, look a little farther over your shoulder. Look at something in the back of your room. Can you look at it equally from both sides? Breathe. Slow it on down. Bring your arms back to the midline of your body. Bring your hands to a prayer center position. Close your eyes, soften in the shoulders. Can you close in the eyes? Maybe not. That's okay. If you don't want to close the eyes, if the balance is an issue, just gently kind of flutter your eyes a little half closed. Take a deep breath in, hands at prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take this moment. Just take this moment and admire yourself for showing up. I know you think, man, that sounds kind of corny. I have nothing to admire. Oh, big deal. Let's get rid of those thoughts. Just take this moment and be happy. Be happy for where you are. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can do it. Maybe that's what you say to yourself today. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Yes, I can. Take a deep breath in. Let that be your affirmation. I can do it. Or whatever you want. Deep breath out. All right, as you're ready, slowly hinge forward. Bring your hands down to your mat. Walk your hands forward and come into your child's pose. Don't lament that we haven't done ragdoll yet. We will. All right, child's pose. Knees together, big toes touch. Arms can be down by your sides. If you want to use a block to bring the ground up to you, you can place it there and place your forehead on it. Arms reach long to the bottom of your mat. Classic child's pose. With a block or without a block. Make it work for you. The blocks are great. We use them often in many different ways. All right, an option is your wide-legged child's pose. Knees spread wide, big toes touch, hips go back to your heels, arms reach long to the top of your mat. Stretch it out. Breathe in, breathe out. Forehead is on your mat or your block. Nice stretch, nice reach in the shoulders. If it doesn't feel good, go back to the classic child's pose or put a bend in your elbows. Modify. Make it work. I'm going to push my hands into my mat a little bit more, thinking of like trying to elongate my mat. Pushing, sliding my hands more forward allows me to bring my tailbone more back toward my heels. Length in the spine feels great. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out your back. And a deep breath out. Sigh it out. Now, if you like, close your lips. Breathe in and out of your nose only. Focus on the sound of the breath in your body. Just breathe. If your breath becomes shallow, maybe a few breaths in and out through the mouth, letting tension go. But try to be calm inside, and your breath is a great way to guide that with the closed lips. Breathing in and out of the nose. Stay here in your child's pose longer if you like. Oh, I'd like to stay here for the whole practice. In fact, maybe one day challenge yourself and say, I'm going to stay in this pose. I'm not going to do anything other than child's pose to final Shavasana. Totally good. It's your way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to bring my knees back under my hips. I'm going to tuck my toes towards my shins. I'm going to send my hips high for a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, the feet are about hip width distance apart with the heels slightly lifted. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread wide. Tailbone goes high to the sky. My neck, I'm going to loosen it and shake it. Remember how earlier in that forward fold we looked back to our ankles or our knees or our belly button? Same thing here. Let your neck be heavy. Let your neck be heavy and let gravity, the weight of your head, gravity going toward the ground, loosen up your neck. Shake your neck about. Now pedal out your heels. One heel closer to the earth than the other. Ooh, stretch out the backs of your legs. Push hard into your hands. Tailbone high to the sky. Still your heels. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly stack your vertebrae one on top of each other. Come on up to a standing position. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Focus, look forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften in your shoulders. When you're ready, hands to prayer center. Fold forward. Your feet, measure them. Take your 2 fists side by side. Bring your feet so they are 2 fist widths distance apart. Bend your arms, bringing your hands to opposite elbow creases. Again, let your head hang heavy. You've been practicing that for a few moments. Look back to your knees or your navel. Head is heavy. Your hands are on opposite elbow creases. Put a little bend into your knees. Take your ragdoll pose here. One elbow back toward one knee, the other elbow back toward the other. Breathe. Feel what you feel. And what should you be feeling here? I bet you're feeling a nice decompression of your low back. Enjoy it. Low backs get tight. We like to stretch them out so you can have more space in your low back, more flexibility, more mobility. Breathe. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Remember how we lifted our toes earlier and gave them a wiggle? Maybe do that here. Your eyes can be open, your eyes can be closed. It's up to you. Just be aware of what you're doing and challenge yourself appropriately. I'm going to plant my toes nice and solid. I'm going to release my hands to my mat. I'm going to roll my spine up one vertebra at a time. And let's go through that sun salutation A. Bring your arms high up to the sky. I lost my mic. Bring your arms high up to the sky. With your arms high up to the sky, feel length in your hips, length in your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands to prayer center, take a forward fold, fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat, squeeze your shoulders towards your spine. Think of your back as good and flat, crown of the head and tailbone reaching in opposite directions. There's your tabletop. Release your hands down to your mat. Let's do Chaturanga Dandasana. Send your feet back. Come into a high plank. Options here. Drop to your knees. Hold your plank. Bend the elbows. Come into a low plank. Maybe all the way down to your belly. It's all right. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the earth. Straighten in the arms. Chest lifts, kind of like your seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Tuck your back feet under. Send your hips high. Come back to your downward facing dog. If you don't want to be on the ground, think of the mat as a wall and press up against your wall. And imagine the wall is your mat. You can go through these same movements. Pedal your feet, still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Sweep your arms up, extended mountain. We're going to run through this sequence again, a little bit faster. Take it your way. Lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, tabletop back. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat or on the wall. Step it back, take your variation on your knees or not. High plank. Bend your elbows, take a low plank. Press the earth away, take an upward facing dog. Bring your feet back to a natural position. Send your hips high, press the earth away. Down dog. Pedal. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep on up. Extended mountain, Tadasana. Lengthen, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant your hands on your mat or the wall. Do it your way. Push the earth away, high plank. Bend the elbows, hug them in, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal. Breathe, loosen your neck. Still your feet. Feet walk to hands or hands walk to feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Maybe you're really seated in a chair, go for it. Or maybe you're standing, bending your knees, coming into a chair-like pose. Reach through your fingers, sink a little lower. Ooh, you're strengthening your quads. If you don't like the arms reached, I do like the arms reached because it's kind of a counterbalance because I'm sending the weight back into my heels. You can reach, hold on to a chair, hold on to your hips, but what you're doing is you want to strengthen your quads. Breathe here in your chair pose. Lengthen, sit lower. Lengthen, sit lower. Bring your hands to prayer center, straighten the knees and fold forward. Remember tabletop, halfway lift, hands to your shins, tabletop back flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana your way. Maybe it's high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe and pedal it out. Now, totally fine if you're seated in a chair. Let's go into our Warrior Two series. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Sweep it through, low lunge. If you're in a chair, just adjust your bottom. Put the right foot so the top toes are shining toward the top of your mat. Put a generous bend in your right knee. Left leg is straight, 45 or 90 degree angle, whatever works for you. Arms tee out, sink low here, maybe wiggle your right toes more to the top of the mat. Arms tee out, lengthen up through the center of your body. This is your Warrior Two. Strong warrior, so settle in, nice and strong and planted. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. When you're ready, turn to the right, look over your right middle finger, and then reach that hand far forward. Tick-tock like the arms of a clock, your arms 6 and 12. Keep the right knee over the ankle. Right arm comes down, pressing into the right thigh. Left arm goes up, reaching to the sky. Look up to your left hand. Find length from fingers of right hand to fingers of left hand. Look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. As you breathe in, right arm goes high, left arm goes low. Keep your low body just as it is. I need to bend my right knee a little more. Raise up, breathe. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands come down to surround the right front foot. Left foot turns the toes toward the front. Right leg goes back to meet the left. Take your variation of Chaturanga Dandasana. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out a bit and breathe. Shake your neck a bit and loosen it up. Other side, left leg kicks high. When you're ready, left leg comes forward. Rise on up to your Warrior Two on this side. Bottom body is in cement. Left toes wiggle forward, right foot is solidly planted. Settle in, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, you're strong. Breathe, you're firmly planted. Turn your head to the left. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock 6 and 12. Pushing the leg open, reaching through the fingers, looking up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. When you're ready, left foot meets right. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Push the earth away, slide the mat forward, press and pedal through your feet. Shake your neck. Feet walk to meet the hands, or hands walk to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, sit into your chair, sit on back, reach through the arms or hold on to the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strengthen your quads. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Straighten the knees, fold forward, look back to your belly button. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana your way. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal, shake your neck, breathe, push into the earth, tailbone to the sky. Still your feet. Right leg kicks high. Let it go. Sweep it forward. Right foot between the two front hands. Rise on up. Foot comes down. 90 to 45 degrees in the back. Right foot, toes shine forward. Bend into that knee. Arms tee out. Lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Readjust. Be strong in your warrior. Lengthen up. Turn your head to the right. Reach to the right. Tick-tock 6 and 12. Look up. Push the inner bottom thigh open. Stretch through your fingers. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high, left arm low. Breathe, stretch, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana, back foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, down dog, hips are high. Breathe, other side, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up, feet are planted, arms tee out, settle in. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Turn your head, look to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, push the thigh open, reach through your fingers, breathe, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm up, stretch. And then cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot goes back to meet right. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, your way. Downward facing dog, hips are high. Pedal it out, breathe. Whew. Finish, bend your knees, bend them more. Bend them more, hinge forward, shoulders over wrists. Knees hover above the earth, just an inch or so. Hold it in your bear plank, also called a crouching panther. You've got it, you're strong. Come on down to your knees. All right, have a seat. How are you doing? Okay, that's our little warm up. You think, oh my gosh, that's the warm up. It's all good. You did Sun A, you did Sun B, you did your ragdoll. You're feeling good. Come back to your mantra. I can do it. Yes, I can. Grab a drink and we'll do some more. All right. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't ever say it's too hard, because you modify it. Make it work. I say that over and over again. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, to Liz, Betty, Stan, Tyrone, Tammy, Lynn, Esther, Kelly, Margarita, Kelly, Marietta, and Carmel. Nice to see you guys. All right, let's do our core stuff. You can use your strap for boat if you want, or take the variations you like. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide, hands to prayer center. This is my little moment where I just like to kind of just regroup here. Lengthen up and then come on back. Lean on back, all the way back. Take it at your pace, take it at your speed. Your core is strong. You did all those chaturangas. Recline. Soles of the feet up near your groin. Knees open wide, fingers lightly to your temples, elbows open wide. Stay here if you want, because this feels like a really good stretch. Take a deep breath in. Maybe sigh it out. Maybe a few sighs out through the mouth as you do this little core series of 3 familiar poses. Just let the heat go when you're ready. On and exhale. Peel the shoulders on up, elbows open wide. Let your chin go up toward the sky and then come down. Try to keep your knees and your elbows open wide. Lift and lower in your teeny little Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Not a whole lot of movement, but boy, are you working your core. You're working your low abs here. How does it feel? Maybe lift them on up. Maybe pulse the chin up to the sky. Open your elbows a little bit more. Let them drop more toward the earth. Same with your knees. Soften up. Soles of the feet are touching. Your legs are open wide. Breathe. Breathe. Little pulses. How's that? You liking it? Keep with it. We'll do this on Friday again too in our Yoga Plus, because Yoga Plus is bar plus Pilates, which is kind of like this is a Pilates move. Bar, Pilates, you got it. Breathe. Let's come on down, all the way down. Let's do bicycle now. Keep your fingers where they are. Bring your knees together to touch. Plant your feet comfortably on the ground. Maybe peel your shoulders up and work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Little twist there. What else you could do is bring the shoulders down, bring the knees on up over the hips, your toes towards your shins, and let your heels go toward the bottom of your mat like you're riding a recumbent bicycle. All right, let's put it all together. I'm going to peel the shoulders up. I'm going to bring opposite elbow toward opposite knee as I pedal through here. Option, straighten your legs and give them a good scissor kick. How's that? Woo! Liking it? Are you loving it? All right, let's finish. Come down to recline. Stick pose. Palms touch high overhead. Stretch. Toes point long to the bottom of the mat. Stretch. Lengthen here. You got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Boat pose is next. Bend your knees. Hands come down. Hands go behind your knees, low on your hamstrings. When you're ready, rock and roll up. All right, I say it every time, but it's important. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you shouldn't probably be rocking on your spine. Check with your doctor. All right, breathe. Nourish your body. Enjoy and have fun with the rocking up and down. And then we'll come into our boat. Come to seated. Hands are firm behind your thighs. Lengthen on up through the crown of your head. Lean on back as if you're in a recliner. Hold on here, weight into the heels, maybe weight out of one foot and or the other. Maybe both feet lift. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Focus here, maybe straighten one leg, then the other. Lean on back, hold it here. Maybe release your hands and reach them like you do in chair pose. Or bring them up high to the sky like you're gonna do a baby back bend. Do what you like. Find your sweet spot. Your core is strong. It's engaged, holding you here. When you're ready, a little bend in your knees. Hands to prayer center. Row your boat. Touch one elbow down toward the earth, then the other. Row, row, row your boat. Let's finish with the rowing of the boat, right? Let's do that. Now, come on to seated. Bring your heels closer to your groin. Hug your knees in. Wrap your forearms around your shin. Little cosmic egg pose. Hold it here. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. Soften in your shoulders. Maybe push the weight into your toes and lean on back and find some balance here. Your toes, maybe wiggle them, move them, circle your ankles. We're gonna move everything, get everything warmed up so you can have a really good day. All right, plant your feet, crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward, and come into your downward facing dog pose. All right, you know this well, align it well. Feet hip width distance apart, heels slightly lifted, hands shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread wide with a little bit of a gecko-like suction cup into the fingers. Pointer finger and thumb, push and grasp a little bit more into the mat. Tailbone high and lifted, now your neck. Let it go. Look back toward your knees or your belly and shake it out. When you're ready, let's hinge forward. High plank, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Push the earth away. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes up, send your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Pedal for just a moment. Still your feet. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the right foot in between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. You're facing the top of your mat, and so are your 10 toes. Right toes, right foot is solidly planted. Back foot, the heel is lifted. Bend into your knees. Right knee over right ankle. Take the left knee down as far as you like. Maybe bring the right knee all the way down to your mat. It's all good. Arms go high. Lengthen up here. Breathe. Remember that baby back bend? Let's take it. Fingers reach to the back of the room. Inhale, hands go back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer center. What's your mantra? Come back to it. I can do it. Yes, I can. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, put the top of your back foot onto the mat. Come down to your knee if you'd like, or stay lifted on that back foot, back knee. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked. You're looking down at your right toes. Elbows are stacked too. Push into your palms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look to the right side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Maybe look to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little more. Maybe look to your elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Maybe a little more twist. And then finish. Come back to the midline of your body. Plant your hands inside your right foot. Come down to the bottom knee if you're not already there. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of the mat. Left leg is long and straight. You could have a block here to bring the ground up to you. You could put your hands on it. Your right toes maybe open up so the pinky edge side of your foot is on the mat. If you like that, enjoy it. If you'd prefer to have your foot flat on the mat, enjoy it. You know what feels right for you today. All right, press into the block, press into the mat. You decide what you like. Maybe you take your forearms and press them into the block. Lengthen. Maybe your forearms come onto a half block or all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, quick movements today. That's what we do in this practice. As soon as you come into it, you're almost coming out of it. We're going to send the right foot back to meet the left, and we're going to take a side plank. Your left side is going to be your foundation. So plant your left hand, shoulder over wrist. You can stay on your bottom left knee. Right leg can lift. Right arm can go high to the sky. Option, legs can be long on your mat. Ankles can be glued. Right arm goes up, hips are lifted, look up, hold on in your side plank. Let's finish. Hands come down, come back to your down dog and give it a pedal. Give the neck a shake. Oh, why not? Let's do Supta Baddha, no, let's do our, oh my gosh, hinge forward, high plank, low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, that's it. Upward facing dog on the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, breathe, pedal. Let's do the other side. Left leg kicks high. Sweep it through, low lunge. When you're ready, rise on up. All 10 toes pointing forward, sink into your back knee all the way down or lifted. Arms go high, reach to the back of the room. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, hands come to prayer center. When you're ready, take the twist. You could be down on your bottom knee, top of the foot on the mat, if you'd like, or stay lifted in that back knee. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist some more. Lengthen up. Don't forget, you got to lengthen before you twist. Oh, breathe. Let's finish. Hands come back to prayer center. Hands come down to the mat. Bottom knee comes down if it's not already there. Top of the back foot on your mat. Left toes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to the top left corner of the mat. You could have a towel under your knee if that feels better. Use your block if you like and come into your runner's lunge on this side. Maybe the foot opens, maybe the block. You press into it or press your forearms into it or come down to the mat. Breathe. Let's come out of it. Press into your hands, nice and straight arms. Left foot goes back to meet the right. This time your right arm is your foundation for this side plank. Right arm plants good and solid and straight. Knee of the right leg can be down. Hands can be on the hip or lift them up and take your variation of your side plank. What speaks to you today? Breathe, push the earth away, keep your hips good and lifted, and then let's finish. Hands come down, come back to your downward facing dog. Woo! Hands, feet, shoulder width, hip distance apart. Pedal it out, shake your hips, shake your neck, let it go. Let's do some balancing. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Lift. You got it. Lengthen. Breathe. Big breath in and big breath out. Hands to prayer center. Take your tree pose. Many, many ways to do it. All right. Maybe you got your chair nearby. Foundational leg is rooted. Other knee bends. Slip the foot up inside the foundational leg. Push the foot into the leg into the foot. Maybe you take it higher, just don't put the foot onto the knee. Soften in your hips, shoulders are over your hips, hands to prayer center or to a chair. Breathe. Push the foot in the leg into the foot. Find your balance. Maybe come back to the chair, find your balance again. You got it. Maybe challenge your balance by growing your branches. Lengthen up, you're strong. Foundational leg, your foot is strong. Your leg is strong. Your hips are lifted. Crown of your head is lifted. Maybe you sway your branches. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Hold on here. You got it. All right. As you're ready, a little different. Bring your hands behind your low back. We're going to do toppling tree. Gently bring your knee to the front of the room. And in this position, send right leg to the back of the room. A little softness in your standing leg. Your interlaced fingers work away from your low back and higher up. Send your interlaced fingers higher up. Maybe look to your toes or your knee. Bring your fingers higher to the sky. Hold it here. Release your hands to a prayer center position. Sweep the leg up. Come to a one-legged mountain. Breathe, hold, you're strong. Finding your balance here. Right foot meets the earth, hands back to prayer center. Good job. Another opportunity to excel. Root into the opposite foot. Open up the opposite knee to the side of the room. Slip the foot up to wherever you like, using your chair or not. Nobody's judging you. Don't be hard on you. Be proud of yourself for being here. Foot into leg, leg into foot. Lengthen up. Find length, find strength from the ground up. Come on, nothing's stopping you. You got it. Grow your branches if you want. Push foot into leg, leg into foot. Sway your branches. You got it. It's in the transitions where we oftentimes fall out. And if you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. I'm going to take my hands down by my side. I'm going to interlace them behind my low back. Get strong here. Bring the knee to the front of the room. Come into your toppling tree pose. Send your left leg back, a little softness in the right knee. Send your interlaced fingers up the back wall. Concentrate here. Focus. All that matters is the here and now. You're not worrying about anything else. You're just focused, and that's a good place to be. Send your left leg higher. Send your interlaced fingers higher. Look to your foot. Look to your knee. Look to your belly button. Send the hands high. Hands now to prayer center. Sweep the leg forward. You're going to come into a one-legged mountain, bringing the knee to hip height. Lift your arms up because you did it. Hooray, Tadasana in the arms, one-legged mountain in the leg. You're strong. Hands back to prayer center. Let the left foot meet the right on the mat. You did it. Nice little combination. It's in the transitions. Isn't that true? We get going in our groove and everything's fine. It's those little transitions that throw you off. Stick with it. You got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, eagle pose, Garandasana. Seated in a chair, you're great. You're good. You can do this. Anybody can do this. You can take half the body at a time, top half or bottom half. Let's start by bending the knees. Maybe you're seated in a chair. Strengthen your quads. Arms can be on opposite shoulders. They can be on your thighs. They can be at prayer center. Let's do the legs now. I'm going to take my right leg and lift it up. Cross my legs, hugging high in the upper inner thigh. Maybe that's where you stay. Perhaps you take the top of the right foot and hook it around behind the left calf. Sink low and get your positioning here. You can do any of those arm positions or send them parallel to each other and reach toward the front of the room. I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left, bring my palms together to touch, squeeze my elbows down to the earth. Feel the strength in the shoulders. Feel the squeeze and compression in all these big joints of the body. Hold it here. You're looking forward. Nice tight squeeze in your eagle pose. Let's come out of it. Release your arms. Release your legs. Come back to standing. Extended mountain. Stretch it out. It's all about the stretching and the compressing, right? Lengthening, compressing, finding the full range of motion. Lengthen up here. Let's do it again. Bend in the knees. If you're in the chair, you already got that part down. Reach through the arms or take the arm variation that speaks to you. Now, I'm going to take my left leg, bring it over my right. I'm going to take the top of my left foot, hook it behind my right calf. Settle in, settle back, shoulders back a little more. Maybe staying right here is where you want to be. I'm going to reach my arms parallel to each other. Let my left arm sweep under my right, bring the palms to touch, squeeze the elbows down and look over the fingers. Sit lower and hold. Compress, squeeze, squeeze tighter. Hold it. You got it. Just hold it. Release the arms, release the legs, send the arms high to the sky. Extended mountain. Take a little baby back bend. Nice job. Come back up to your extended mountain. Wiggle your fingers. Hands to prayer center. In prayer, always a good place to be. Let's do humble warrior. All right, you got it. Humble. We all need to be humble. Humble's a good thing. Bend your knees. Hold on here. Seated in a chair, you can do this too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my right leg up, place the outside of the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Seated in a chair, you got it. Maybe push the inner right thigh open. Sink a little bit lower. Hold on here. Hands to prayer center. Stay right here. Lengthen through your spine. Find your balance here. It's a huge pose. Focus. hold it here. I'm gonna take my hands behind my low back, interlace my fingers again, and remember toppling tree? Same kind of thing. Work those interlaced fingers up the back wall. Look to your left toes, your foundational toes. Reach the arms higher, sink your bottom a little bit lower, hold on. Transition time, don't let it scare you. Release your fingers, bring them back to prayer center. Hold it right here, bring your elbows down. Put an elbow on your knee and an elbow on the inside of the right ankle. Just hold it here. You're stronger than you think. You're more flexible than you're more mobile than you think. Believe in you. All right, I'm gonna come out of it. Right foot meets left. Come back to your extended mountain, stretch it out. Come back to your prayer position hands. Come back to chair in the legs, hold it here. Other side, left leg lifts, get that right leg solid and foundational. Outside of the left ankle, on top of the right thigh. Press the outside of the left knee toward the earth. You gotta be focused here. Hold on here, prayer center. Hands come behind your low back. Now it's time to hinge forward. This pose will humble you, won't it? Find your foundation. Take it slow. Work your fingers up the back wall. Look to your right foundational foot. Look at all the little movements in your right foot, keeping you solid and balanced. You got it. You're working it. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Plant the right elbow on the inside of the which ankle is this? On the inside of the left ankle. Press the other elbow into the knee. Hold on here. Find your balance. Breathe. You got it. Stay strong. You're concise. You got it. Left foot meets right. Arms sweep up, extended mountain. Little arms go back to the back of the room. Arms go up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands forward. Come into your high plank pose. From your high plank pose, take it to a low plank and hover above the earth. Hover here, hug the elbows in, then come down to your belly. Keep your hands where they are. Zip up your legs. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Legs are zipped up. Tops of your feet, press into your mat. Chin, forehead, or down on your mat. Exhale. Inhale, let your shoulders peel up. Gaze down your nose, lift on up. Feel the compression in the low back. Little to no weight in your hands. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Squeeze. Come on down. Arms down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Work it so your left ear is on the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Bring your chin back to the center. Bend your knees, floor bowed on your asana. Reach your hands back towards your heels. Maybe this is all they're doing today. That's fine. Maybe your hands capture the outside of your ankles. Wiggle your knees together. Heels toward your bottom. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. On the next inhale, kick into your hands. Kick your feet into your hands. Lift on up through your chest. Balance on your pelvis. Kick harder. Breathe. Finish. Legs come down. Legs release. Hands release. Turn your head. Right cheek. Right ear on your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chin back to the center. Bend your elbows again and put your hands under your collarbones. Straighten in your arms. Press on up. Seal pose. Soften in your glutes. I know you got them tight. Soften. Come on up to standing on your knees. Find your block. Place it between your ankles. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. All right, take it slow, take it easy. No rush, no hurry, no worries. Push your hands into your low back. Send your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe look overhead like a raindrop's gonna hit you right between the eyes. Maybe you look back toward where the back ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe you reach your fingers toward your block or toward your heels. Lift your chest high to the sky. Breathe. Put your hands back on your low back. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Remove your block. Have a seat on your heels. Nice stretch in your calves. Take a deep breath in your thighs. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. Legs go long onto your mat. Send them long and straight. Toes up to the sky. Arms reach high to the sky. Lengthen. Parallel arms. Parallel to the earth. Reach. Hollow out your belly. Reach farther. Inhale, lengthen, reach farther. Reach for your feet, your calves, your thighs, whatever you can reach, and then look to your knees. Take it a little farther. Look to your knees a little more. Maybe you're holding onto your calves with your elbows hugged in, maybe fold in half. Inhale, rise on up, shoulders over your hips. When you're ready, let's come on down to your back. Bend your knees, soles of your feet are on your mat. Hands to prayer center, come back to your positive little saying about yourself. I can, yes I can, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. Lean on back, hold for a second or two. Your core is strong, you've got it, and if you can't do this today, maybe you can do it tomorrow, but the trick is you gotta come back tomorrow and try. Don't give up, don't quit, you know that. All right, let's come all the way down, fully reclined. Left leg goes long, right leg bends. Hands, we've been interlacing our fingers a lot today. Let's do it again. Bring this right knee towards your chest. Hug the right knee in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Left toes are drawn towards your shin so you can feel your calf on the ground. Hug the knee in even tighter. Really think of those hips. Nice tight squeeze. Left hand guides the right knee over your belly, across the midline of your body. Left hand is encouraging the right knee down on the left side. You're rolling onto your left hip. Your right arm tees out. Look to the right. Enjoy this twist. Bring your right hip on down to the ground. Hug your right knee in. Circle the ankle. You got it going on. Send the right leg long. Don't do it passively. Do it, with energy. Send the heel toward the bottom of the mat and then plant the foot. Left heel drags on up. Interlaced fingers, hug them in underneath that knee. Shoulders are down. Circle the ankle. This way and that. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body as you roll onto your right hip. Encourage the knee down. Tee out the left arm. Look to the left. Nice, generous twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Left hip comes down, hug the left knee in, circle the ankle a little bit more. Send the left leg down to meet the right. Drag both heels up, up, up. Lift both legs up. Knees are coming up toward your chest. Take your hands, left hand under your left knee, right hand under your right knee. Hey, my knees can come closer if I help with the hands. Hug the elbows in. Nice lengthening breath in through the spine, shoulders are soft. And as you exhale, peel up, hug your knees in. Maybe you can kiss your knees. Give it a go. All right, let's send the legs long onto the mat with control. Send your heels to the edges of your mat. Find your eye shade or your towel. Cover your eyes. Arms down by your sides. It is time for your final Shavasana pose. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Whew. Palms face up because you're open to new possibilities. You're not stale, you're not stagnant, you're growing, you're changing, you're improving yourself, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Hands are open, you're ready to receive. Deep breath in. Big full breath out, maybe sigh it out your mouth. Feel your shoulders deflate, that's a good word for it. Feel your shoulders deflate, feel your whole body just be one with the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Total stillness. Because you moved a lot. We didn't take a break. One breath, one movement. We were at it. You crushed it. Now do just the opposite. Total stillness. Peaceful breath in and peaceful breath out. Soften the area between your eyebrows. This is your time, this is your practice. Nobody's judging you, nobody's kicking you out of the studio for another class. You're doing it your way. And at this point in your life, it's time to do it your way. If you've got your remote control handy and you wish to stay in this pose of conscious relaxation a little bit longer, push the pause and come back to it whenever you're ready, but enjoy this time. I'm going to take a deep breath in as I conclude the practice, and then a deep sighing breath out. Let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, then your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead and take a big good morning stretch. Maybe that'll be homework for tonight. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, stretch before you get out of bed. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bend your knees and your elbows and roll into a fetal position, a position of new beginnings by rolling onto one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Soften in the top shoulder. Eyes are closed. I really like this moment here. It's a nice transition back into reality. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in that peace that you found on your mat. And a deep breath out. Slowly rise on up. Use your hands or don't use your hands, but know what you're doing. Come on up. Maybe eyes stay closed to just keep the magic going a little bit longer. Sit comfortably in your legs, however you want to crisscross them or not. Hands to prayer center for a moment of gratitude for all that you have. Press your thumbs into your chest, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, soften up. Gently blink, your eyes open. You did it. You actually did it. And I'm proud of you. Showing up is the hardest part. And modifying, maybe you only did 5% of each pose. It's still an A++. You showed up and you did. That's what counts. All right, so stress number you took in the beginning, what was it? And what is it? Stress comes down, it really does. You know, enjoy your day. Stay in the action. Stay out of the results. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about the results. Just have fun and move. Move. All right, see you on your mats tomorrow. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye, everybody. Hello, how are you? You're a good girl. Yes, you are. See ya. Good girl. Grow, grow, grow. Don't stagnate. Don't stay stuck. Unstuck yourself. Come do your yoga every single day. Put a smile on your face and enjoy it and have fun and know all the good things that it's doing for you. And you know it is. Tell your friends about those good things. Tell them to come and join us with our yoga also. They do it from the privacy of their own home. It's free for anybody and everybody. They can do it. Yes, they can. Tell them about all the good things it's done for you. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Check us out. Remember to grow and stick with your yoga. See you on your mats tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.